good. Time to start Pandaemonium. Crystal from Beyond, so we get some material from this. Let's see. Oh yeah, what's up, Zach? I have EX3. I know, but that's it technically wasn't released until 6.1, so I'm gonna wait until I get to 6.1 to do EX3. That's why. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew this was the very spot I would encounter none other than Masumi, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain as was I of my math that I stood here for. Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemgigi, assistant of the Professor Claudian. We work with the Iatoscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into the myriad mysteries. Behemoth and Monster Hunter? Hell yeah. Well, they got Rathalos in this game as well. Once you finish Stormblood, you can fight Rathalos, and it's just like a Monster Hunter fight. So if you know how to fight a Rathalos, you'll do fine in that fight. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the mount. It's a lot of fun. A strange crystal that we recently discovered. For instance, it defies our very conjecture. Okay. It's not your it's not your favorite? Okay. Oh yeah, 3 months for the fucking gem? Yeah. Well, at least now you can get those tickets and trade them in for the gems, if you want them. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it. However, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg us you lend your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Greetings, Masumi. Welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm sure Nemgigi has already told you plenty about us, but let me introduce myself personally. I'm Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I've been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemgigi set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there's no greater honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. Frontier games. Yeah. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from it. Perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. Oh yeah, Great Sword is... yeah, I get what you mean. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the Antitower in the Dravinian hinterlands. There we spoke with Hydaelyn and learned the fate that would befall the star, the final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and though the Iatoscope did we continue our vigil, or through the Iatoscope, as impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction into the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to a matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeded that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our forces towards the Exodus. The crystal was nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. Oh, the axe? I mean, the axe has been good. It saved me a lot of time of having to worry about other things. Having to roll on loot. I have a axe that'll last me a while. Thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see it for yourself. So this is that crystal they found. Here's the crystal in question. If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. Let me see. What is this crystal? Oh, it's an Ascian crystal. Mm-hmm. Memories. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please, tell me everything. Alright, time to explain. Explaining. I see. The Ascians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards in the battlefield, or stored stones passed from master to student. Yeah, only lip reading. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step into unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ascian memories. Windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Masami's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, could these memories belong to? Nice. Yeah, do you... Was it like from a trial, or was it like the level 70, or was it like the job weapon? If so, then yeah. You would want to keep hold of that job weapon, because you can use it to turn into the relic for Stormblood. And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Professor Claudian. Huh? Yes? I'm well aware that contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there is propriety to consider. We have a guest, and one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? Ah, I see. MSQ. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. Okay, this is MSQ reward. I see. Yeah, I get what you mean. One of those. If you haven't, you can check the market board for some of the glowing crafted weapons. For like the trial weapons. Some of them are pretty sick. As well, if you're interested in a grind, then you can work on the relics. But the relics are a grind, and some of the crafted trial weapons can be a bit pricey. The hailstorm? Nice. Okay. Oh. What? Ah, yes, of course. Our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Oh boy. What are they gonna show me? If anyone, message, come, Pandaemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger. That expression does not bode well. What'd you see? Pandaemonium is not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nemgigi, Rusanon, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. Okay. As for you, Masami, there's a person I would have you seek. The one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that's the case, then discerning the nature of this Pandaemonium would require a trip into the far into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Yep, alright. So I'm going back in time. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been the subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandaemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. Okie dokie. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I don't think you've seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach the source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. Okay then. So take my crystal out, or that crystal, I guess. And what, it'll open the way. Oh, if receives this message. I guess it works. Come Pandaemonium quickly. Yeah. Warriors are comfy. Warriors wear mittens all the time. So that way we're comfy. Like, what the fuck? Did someone just beat the fuck out of me? Did they just spit me out on the ground? Oh yeah, it did. It just fucking dropped me out of the sky, I guess. Ah, so we're back here. Back in Elpis. Erg. This is the guy at... What, did we run into each other? Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest of moments, I thought you'd be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. He told me a falling star would appear before me. I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. That's why I literally just like spawned right in front of him and just walked into me. Okay. So who is this dude? Themis. Or the Miss. I think it's Themis. Penis, got it. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I'm not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I've come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. certainly do know how to make an entrance, but I must wonder what brought you here, for it's plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know, for that matter. I'm Azib's familiar. Yeah, let's put it at that. Let's leave it at that. Here's my initial impression, and it was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. If you are here at Azim's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You're here to investigate Pandaemonium, yes? Fuck, give me a sec. Someone's at my door. Be like 20 seconds. Okay, back. If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concealing your concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Yeah, people falling in the sky is a normal occurrence here. Fascinating. I cannot say much as to what it contains. It's clear that there are memories stirring within. Yeah, like dragoons. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandaemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the Words of La Habrea. Whoa! Wow. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding aether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased. Forget what importance La Habrea has. He's like the big villain in A Realm Reborn. Like the guy that controls Thancred and whatnot. Yeah, the big bad in A Realm Reborn. And Heavensward to an extent. The guy with the mask. I'm here as a representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Yeah, with the symbol on his face. That guy. Laha bread. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Ooh, give me crit, why not? The bad guy, TM. Valuable artifacts. Oh, she's for equipment. Cool. Where familiars dare. Ooh. Cool. Now then, My proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Hydrate. I have flight. Yeah, I have flight here. The only place I don't have flight is Ultima Thule, but that's whatever. Now then, my proposal. Oh wait, yeah, I already read that. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting for so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He has also noticed the anomaly near Pandaemonium, and so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking their heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but he left me these words: "Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you." While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way with being right about these things. Okay. So we're gonna go see what this is. Even so, his hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say, I'm grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandaemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Anagnorosis. Right? Sure. What a fascinating etheric signature. Ahem. In accordance with the Convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandaemonium. They shrink into the tank. Oh, that's hilarious. I shall register your aether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigation together. Of course, while you permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with utmost care. You are to heed the warden's instructions at all times. So Pandaemonium is like a prison, or like a test facility. Those who conduct their work within Pandaemonium are called wardens, for their role with their respect for the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Greek mythology? I do like Greek mythology. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. I see. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery. A Pandaemonium is a frightful place. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. You can spell Pandaemonium casually on your keyboard with like the AE put together. I take it means you've detected nothing of amiss of late. The warrants have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if they were anything of worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the goings on here. Then. I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? The stories I could tell you. Yeah, he's done a lot of shit. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the Convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. Okay. And with that, we're free to make our way to Pandaemonium. The Neos that will take us there is on the eastern bank of the Leith. Let us delay no further. Let's go. Let's check this place out. So it's a prison. I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but it's true that you too have met La Habre in the flesh. I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. I should have gotten 99. Yeah, okay. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. So here's to a new adventure, eh? Let's go. Pandaemonium time. Let's see what this place is. Ooh, spooky. I love it already. Happy Halloween, everybody. And as much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity, not nearly so grave abhorrent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. Yeah, Halloween's soon. 3 months. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Or impenetrable. I love this. I love this place already. I love like spooky stuff like this. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone or something is tampering with their protections, and is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Seen the first boss? I'm excited to see what these bosses are. I think like the first tier is what I've seen the least of right now. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could from the moment we arrived. It will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, but the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warden. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there's something you must know. Look at this place. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandaemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us are here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. You have my promise. I'll do it. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your Aether as a basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, formidable band nonetheless. Okay, so that's how we're gonna get a full party in here. Magic. And so shall it be. Now, what, I wonder, awaits us in Pandaemonium's pitiless halls? Is this the first tier? Or first turn? Is it? What's it gonna give me? The first circle. Yeah, so magic lets me summon other players. Yeah, sure. If you're like in Limsa or something, I can take a look. Or just in one of the cities. Here we go. So what the fuck are we dealing with here? What is this raid series? Just one of the wardens? Erng, I'll save them. I must. Ooh, shit. Appears to be one of the wardens we seek. I'm afraid he has no state to answer questions. Perhaps you could bring him to his senses. Okay, so I beat up a little bit. Oh, good. Yeah. This guy is one of the wardens. Damn, that's cool. Okay. Erichthonios, I think. Ooh. There's music. Okay, let's pull. Holy shit, that's a fucking huge hitbox. Oh my god, why is it so big? Why is the hitbox so huge? Galer's Flail. I'm assuming that's, yeah, okay. And then this side? Okay. This music. Warrior's Wrath. Okay, that's just raid wide. What the fuck is this music? Okay. Alright, more flail. Yeah, the hitbox is massive. Okay, tank buster. I wouldn't worry too much about food buffs. This is the normal raid. Nothing to worry that much over about. Do I go? And then I go here. So do I just do opposite debuffs? Okay. I think I just do opposite debuffs. That's what it looked like. Warder's Wrath. Okay. Another tank buster. Shining Cells. Whoa. I'm set on blue. I think I swap now. Okay. I go opposite again, maybe. Oh, this side. Ow. Okay, I guess I'll stay on the edge of this hitbox, because it's fucking massive. Why not just stay on the edge of it? Oh. Okay, oops. Oh wait, I'm standing. Okay, sorry. I lost track of I lost track of my direction because the entire just fucking arena looks the same. Okay. Okay, so what do I do here? So I don't get it. Okay, hot spell. And then cold spell. I don't get it that much. I don't know why it gives me a vulnerability up for that first one. It's like the one thing I don't get. Okay, what is Wrath again? Let's just raid wide. Just mitigate. Oh my god, my health. Holy shit. Okay, Shining Cells. Is this the colorful platform? It is. Alright. It's red, so I set my stand on the blue. Right? Yeah. And I probably stand there for max melee, that's why. That's why his fucking hitbox is so fucking huge. It's like a dartboard? Yeah, it does look like a dartboard. Oh, shit. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Boss is almost dead. Here, kill the boss. Nice. Fun fight. I'm sure Savage will be even more insane. But from what I've seen, that was pretty easy. So that's the first Pandaemonium boss. And it sounds like they'll just dump the loot on me. Nice. Did you guys just dump all the loot on me? Yeah, you guys just dumped all the loot on me. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Oh, Hot Cold is in the opposite color for my debuff? Okay. So it automatically gives you a debuff at first? I'll have to take a look at that then. I see. Okay. That was a thrilling display. If I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your aether fought even more splendidly than I'd anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. A triangle around me? Okay, I see. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. I see. Okay. Makes sense. So who is this dude? I'm standing guard. Lost to me. He stirs. I see. Okay. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of depression, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew none of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, that may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. All good, buddy. Ericthonios, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandaemonium's highest lair, in this place we're in now. One must wonder why you are so desperate to keep us out. What's happening in Pandaemonium? The creatures interred within Asphodelos have been set free, and stalk its halls to no end but violence. Uh-oh. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a keyword who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I'd become separated from my colleagues. I remember the chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury, then blackness, from which I awoke to find that, whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that can affect the mind, perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other wardens. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Okay, we're explaining to him. Horror among horrors. So Pandaemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual, or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here, what measures we would take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandaemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed. Perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. Showing a glimpse of her a bit? Oh, good. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone? I won't leave the other wardens to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see their creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so must I do the same. What books are behind me? I can tell you after this cutscene. Let me just finish reading this real quick. So we must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation till I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonios. But my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and it would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there's slightly more than resolve to rely upon. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes the same way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let's proceed upon the course you and Mosmi have set us upon. I got this, I can point to myself. Themis and Mosmi, yes? Thank you. The Wardens owe you a great debt already. We shall be glad to have some familiar with Pandaemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is never so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now let's turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case we have failed to follow. Have followed you out. Okay, or in case any of whatever. Ugh, reading's hard. I've been talking all day. You two wish to know which books they are? Perfect. Then I got a story for you guys. Ah. I will take direct hit.